Hello, welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Leo weekly money and career reading from February 20th to the 27th, 2023. Leo, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Money and career, February 20th to the 27th, 2023. King of Swords. The Lovers, you're focused on being you. Focused and determined on what is most important for you. You've made it clear. You made clear what you wanted. You can voice it. And I think that you have taken the time, Leo, to understand how you were going to push forward. What job you wanted, what business you want to develop, what school you want to go to, what idea you want to develop, what talent you want to put out there, right? Yes, 5 of Cups. You've been disappointed in a certain situation. You've been disappointed maybe in a job, maybe a job that didn't pan out. Maybe you expected more, maybe you expected more money, or maybe you expected to get into a school, or something. You have regrets. You have regrets on working maybe with someone, on working on a job, or working in a situation, or partnering up with someone, something like that. You're very clear on where you stand now. And you're not going to take any BS anymore. You're not going to want to work in that way anymore. Feel very strongly for that in this 5 of Cups, right? With the Lovers in between. Very clear on where you stand. Yes, very clear on where you stand. Look, you have 3 cards here on a disagreement, or on a way of working that you didn't like, or arguments, or you don't want to deal with those people anymore, or you don't want to deal with that subject anymore, or that company, or take it as it resonates. You're not happy with that. You just really have regrets working in those conditions, or working with that company, or whatever. It will be different, right? It will resonate differently for each and every one of you, but it seems like now you're clear on where you stand. Yes, with the World. It's all coming together. So pass this situation. Don't worry about this situation. I mean, don't worry. Everyone's going to be different, of course. So if you have to figure something out, but you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out because you're bringing it all together on your own terms. You're making this all happen on your own terms. You're not taking, you're not letting anybody take advantage of you anymore, or anybody pushing you to make a decision, or pushing you to work a certain way, or do something a certain way, or work with a certain company or certain people. You're not doing that anymore. And you have the World. So finally, this is all coming together, where you're understanding that you have a sense of achievement in this whole thing. You have a sense of understanding in this whole thing. It's sort of come full circle that that's not happening anymore, right? That sense of closure. So honor your achievements. Honor who you are. Honor your way of working. Honor your integrity in this whole thing. That's the way it feels. If others aren't, you are. And I think that now you are pushing forward in a beautiful, positive direction with this Wheel of Fortune. You've learned a lot with all the challenges along the way, right? It has made you more experienced. It has made you stronger. And so I think that now, don't rush into the next step. It's all coming together. It's all coming step by step. It's coming to fruition. And I think that you understand who you are now. And you're now able to let go those harmful illusions of what you could or could not do, or what company you could work for, or what you were capable of doing, or were you able to do that job or not. Anybody questioning you along the way, don't let anybody put you down, right? Acknowledge your place within the world. Acknowledge that you can make a positive difference with this in this world, and you know that, Leo. You know that, even though it has been difficult. So this might be just a little step in the road, right? That's okay. Everybody will have the regrets at one point in their life, working with certain people, or working on a project, or working in a company, or, you know, getting that diploma, whatever. These readings are for anybody that connects with these readings. There's no age difference. There's no group difference. It doesn't matter where you situate yourself in the world. If you're 18 or 68, it doesn't matter. If you connect with these energies, you connect with these energies, right? So I think that you're making a positive impact wherever you are in your community, and you're making something happen. And you have this beautiful wheel of fortune, understanding that life is a constant change. So if it has been difficult in a business, or difficult, conflictual in a job with coworkers or a manager, or whatever the situation is, right? The wheel asks you to be optimistic and just have faith in yourself and the universe, and that as you send out positive vibes, as you send out confident vibes, that you are pushing forward something that makes sense to you, something that is important to you. You know, as you send out those positive energies, if you're willing to expand, this is pushing you in a positive direction. So be open to the help of others. Be open to different opportunities, others, other communities, other spaces, other businesses, other companies. I don't know, the list is long, because factors outside of your control are influencing the situation, right? So even if it's challenging, accept what's happening, accept the changes. There are changes all the time right now. Just go with the flow. This is an opportunity probably you never imagined, right? A different opportunity, different people, different vibes. Maybe you've never done this before. It's all of a sudden becoming available. So it might be uncomfortable because you've never done this before. Or maybe you feel like you're not experienced enough, or you don't have the diploma, or you don't have, you know, whatever it is. It's new. It's new. I feel like you are enthusiastic, and you're curious to know what this is all about, and how this is going to happen, and when it's going to start. I don't have an ace here yet, but we don't have an ace, but maybe it's going to pop up. But you're confident. You're confident. I like this. You're confident that this is, and you're excited. You're excited to move on to different. It's young. It's the beginning. You understand that it's important to stay curious and enthusiastic over this new vibe, new situation. Yes, bold. There you go. Judgment. Rising up to something so much more important for you. Something different. New job. New responsibilities. It's a rebirth, though. You're purging the past. Purging past regrets. Purging situations that, you know, that didn't no longer belong to you. It's disappointments, disconnects, right? It's really healing the past wounds, whatever disappointments or disagreements you've had within a job or family or situation. You're rising up to something more important, Leo. This is something that is essential for you, essential for your independence, your financial independence, your independence all around, right? And that this situation here, or maybe other ones as well, are making you now realize how comfortable you are with where you stand with your choices. You're no longer going to get embarked on a situation that doesn't belong to you. And I think that with the Lovers, you're really honest with yourself. Maybe you lost yourself in a certain circumstance or situation. It happens to all of us, right? Or we people praise us or lure us into a certain situation, right? And then we realize it's BS and it wasn't for us, or they just praised us, you know, and it was a bunch of BS. I think that now you're open, you're emotionally open, you're opening your feelings to others. I think you're more in touch and in harmony with your inner feelings, with your emotions. And as you open up, now you're able to share with others and show show that side of yourself, that vulnerability. And that is pushing you into a different direction. Sort of what you see is what you get, right? And you're now living, maybe, I'm not saying you weren't living from your core values before, but now it has shifted, all that has shifted, and you're moving into what is essential for you, right? What is it, what your philosophy, what you stand for. And I think you figured that out along the way with this nonsense here. Whatever it was, or whatever it is, because this can be happening now. But you're pulling it all together and you're moving into a different direction, and you're very excited to boss up, to move up, to rise up to something more that's more important. Yes. There we go, the Tower, realizing to see differently, to see beyond what is in front of you. See things, think or feel things instead of thinking things, right? Feeling emotionally instead of wanting to fix things and maneuver things, right? Understanding to open your heart. The Tower is all about seeing things differently, understanding that whatever was happening there, or whatever that job was, or that way of working, or that partnership, or that path you had taken that just seems very conflictual and very disappointing, you know that didn't serve you, and you know that that path is no longer valuable. Right? And so it's important to shift, to move, to think differently, and just to understand that your knowledge, your trust, your confidence belongs somewhere else. Seeing things in a different way, right? Believing, understanding. It's really clarity. The Tower is clarity. Clarity in change. Two of Wands, right? It's the change and the transformation, but it's also understanding to put everything in perspective, and that you belong somewhere else, or you belong in a different category, Leo, with this Two of Wands. Opening up to the world, opening up your horizons. Two of Wands, it's progress in your career. It might be a job opening. It might be more responsibility. It might be pushing the envelope in another type of job or business, right? You can be doing all kinds of things. This situation here is now opening up success somewhere else. It is allowing you to I think that probably, and this is often the case, probably without this situation here, this disappointment or these regrets here, you probably would never anchor yourself over to the other side here, bossing up, meeting new people, new business opportunities, becoming independent financially, very confident and curious of the world, because you're opening yourself up to other opportunities. Can be a new job. I don't see aces yet, but there can be. Maybe they're coming up. But it really feels like you finally understood, and I don't mean that in a bad way, you finally understood that, you know, your success is somewhere else. And maybe it's about those people you met at one point and you didn't connect with them, or you didn't realize who they were, or you didn't realize what the situation was. And actually, maybe that was interesting, or maybe that was the path to take, or maybe you go back to them and get a little more information, and maybe there's something interesting going on there. Whatever reason, that, yes, there you go, 9 of Cups. That thing you wanted to do, that business you wanted to do, that idea you wanted to develop, that talent you want to develop. And maybe those people, I don't know why I keep feeling that you met people in the past, or you met people not long ago. It doesn't have to be past. And, you know, you didn't make anything of it. And then all of a sudden you're realizing, wait a second. Wait, I guess I met them for a reason, or what they said makes sense to me now, or this is starting to make sense to me now, right? Let me think about that again. Instead of, you know, rushing into this situation that was not for you. Yes. Focusing, working hard. You know, you might be mentoring others, or others might be mentoring you in your job, in your talent, whatever it is. You're honing your skills. You're making this. You're working. You can be working on a project, working on a presentation, perfecting your skills. You're really working. It's almost like rewriting a script, rewriting a book, rewriting a presentation, rewriting your, you know, that idea you have. And it doesn't have to be writing. You're perfecting something. Very, very skilled, very sharp-witted. You are not taking any more BS. And this is really what you want to do, this 9 of Cups. And you're in that comfort zone now. You trust yourself. You trust that now's the time that this is all going to happen. If you're developing your idea, if you wanted to, you know, start your own business, or that thing that was a hobby that you can now transform into a business, or that diploma you wanted to get, that school you wanted to get in, or that company you wanted to work for, or those people you wanted to work with. Now's the time, because I feel like, yes, suddenly you're realizing that it's time to work on this, time to work on your dream, on your idea, on that thing that is most important for you. Don't dilly-dally. Don't dwell on the past. Don't dilly-dally with the BS situation. It's not worth it. You know you belong somewhere else. You know you're going to work on something more important. Leo. Weekly money and career, February 20th to the 27th. Wow, look at this. All these major arcana. And again, the Lovers, right? You're now clear on your position. You're now clear on where you stand. And you're clear also. It's no filter. It's no filter. But it's also clear that it's important for you. It's emotional for you. And it's this connection, this emotional connection is what is most important for you in this job, in this situation, in this company, in this idea. Wow, you have the Emperor. So this can be an Aries, or a father figure, or a brother figure, or someone, a manager, a boss, someone that you look up to around you, that's offering you something, or that's offering to work on this certain situation, on this certain idea that you're developing. You can be partnering up with someone, but it can also be you taking control of the situation. You're the boss, you're the leader, you're the decision maker. And you're becoming independent. So you can be independent. Maybe you're becoming freelance. Maybe you're becoming your own boss and developing your own business, your own idea, right? You're opening up to the world no matter what. So, yes, becoming independent. 3rd major arcana in a row. Yes, it feels like you can be becoming freelance with this Hermit. Maybe you don't want to deal with anybody anymore, but you just want to be your own boss. That's possible. But no matter what, you had to or have to dig deep to figure things out, to let go of you know, this tower moment is really letting go of what is no longer serving you and understanding to, you know, orient yourself into a different direction. Letting go. It might be unexpected. Maybe it's something that's happening faster than you thought. The end. I don't even think it's an end of a job. I think it just feels like petty arguments just escalating. Misunderstandings escalating. Maybe just not in the right spot in your job, or maybe not in the right business, or maybe not in the right company, or maybe petty arguments with coworkers. You know, sometimes it's really small things, but that is pushing you to a massive change. And maybe it's everyday wear and tear within a job, a situation, a business, and you're realizing that, you know, you're all of a sudden realizing that that's no longer for you, and that you have to move on and on your thing, what is most important for you, to build your business or to start that idea. And I think that now you're much more in tune with yourself, in tune with your inner guidance system. And it's really that moment of revelation where it's the opportunity to break free of those old ways, to break free of that situation, and to to rethink everything and all the things that you have been holding back, all the things that you thought were not possible, or you weren't ready, or it wasn't the right time, or you didn't have enough experience, or the right diploma, whatever, right? I think that something has held you back, or has been holding you back, and this is that spark. It might be the pettiest of arguments. It doesn't have to be anything outrageous, right? The tower. But it's that spark that puts everything in perspective to do things completely differently. And to move on from those challenges. And to not want to accept that anymore. Your desires are somewhere else. It's like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. And even if it's day-to-day petty arguments and nothing crazy, it is enough for you to say, enough is enough. My life belongs somewhere else. My job belongs somewhere else. Time for me to become independent, to start my own business, or to put my idea out there. Whatever it is, it will be different for each and every one of you. Beautiful reading, Leo. Comment down below. Let me know where you stand on your journey. Let me know where you stand on your path. That is how I find my energies to push forward in these readings. So please like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's see if there's one. And if you don't want to share your journey or your life on these platforms, which I completely understand, just put a heart down below. Let me know you connected with these energies. Okay, so let's see if there's one last message for the road. Leo, weekly, money and career, February 20th to the 27th. 10 of Swords, yeah, at the end of that. There you go. And of the end of those painful moments, or that, you know, just the stab in the back too much, or the nonsense too much, you're at the end of that. Good for you. It's emotional, yes. Of course, it's emotional. You're not quite sure. You feel like you've been almost like not given all the answers, and you feel like it has been a moment since people have, you know, said the truth. You feel like it's a lot of illusions. So be careful. Be careful on all your decisions, but I think you've understood that it has been all illusions, right? You've been uncertain. You've been uncertain for a while, so just be aware of the situation. Trust your intuition so you can see beyond, right, that day-to-day nonsense, and beyond what is in front of you, and feel the situation rather than, right, what I was saying before, rather than think. Feel the situation and understand what it is important to let go of, right? Let go of the mental blockage. or that negative self-talk, or allow your intuition to guide you into the next step. Take your time, step by step. No rash decisions. Make sure you, every step of the way, you make your decisions with balance, with maturity. Don't push. Don't bulldoze your way in, right? Everything with moderation. Stabilize your emotions, stabilize your energy, right? It's time to recover your flow. It's time to get your life back into order. Your time to get your life back into balance. Just remain calm, even if it feels a little stressful. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Leo, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and everyone for your support, your kindness, your emotions. That is what helps me push forward in my reading. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Have a great week, Leo. Take care. Bye-bye.